Hey everybody, so today's video is going to be an empties. First of all, it is Mother's Day today, so happy Mother's Day to, I'll just say everyone, all the mothers, those acting mothers and all that good stuff. Yeah, my basket was getting a little bit full and overflowing, and I do have quite a few things in here. So I just wanted to share what I have worked through as well as things that were not in my Does It Stink basket, but after melting, I have still elected to pass on because I don't want them. So I don't have these in any particular order, so I'm just going to kind of show you. The first one I have here, and these kind of all go together, so I'm going to put them together. Where's the other one? I have some Fizzy Pop scents from L3. So this is Strawberry Satsuma Fizzy Pop, Creamsicle Dole Whip Fizzy Pop, and then I have Raspberry Whip Fizzy Pop. And the reason I'm passing these on is because I have been melting Fizzy Pop pretty much all week, and what I'm finding personally, so when I smell these on cold, I really get that bubbly fizz note, but I'm finding when I melt these, if it's more than like 8 hours, it almost starts to smell flat, if that makes sense, and for me, it's not a pleasant scent. So while I don't necessarily think that these smell bad, I don't know if maybe I've burnt myself out on Fizzy Pop or what the deal is, but I am at a place, you guys know, where I am not melting things that I don't enjoy because there's literally no point because I have 5 million other things I could melt that I do enjoy. So we're just going to pass those on. Another couple from L3. So I'm going to pass on the rest of this bag of Salty Siren. So this is Saltwater Mermaid, Saltwater Princess, Mermaid Munchies. I liked this on cold. I still like it on cold. I think that I am just not a Saltwater Mermaid fan. And people are going to think that's crazy. I know it's a really popular scent with L3, but again, every time I have melted something with Saltwater Mermaid, no matter what it was blended with, it smelled good, but it's just not something that I want to smell all the time. And I definitely didn't need a loaf of. It is very aquatic and almost has a little bit of a pungent scent that, again, I believe is coming from the Saltwater Mermaid. But because of that, I'm just going to pass it on. No sense of keeping it if someone else would, absolutely enjoy that. Another one from L3. My sister actually gave me this. This is Beach Nights Adipose. This is a blend of toasted mallow, sea breezes, and s'mores. And then her Adipose, I believe, is like a vanilla marshmallow scent. I like this scent. I do. But first of all, I think that L3's Beach Nights is a little bit stronger on that kind of salty sea air scent more than like the other parts of Beach Nights, which I like that, but I think that in order for me to enjoy this scent, it really needs to be blended with something that can compete with it, if that makes sense. So this smells good, but all I smell is the Beach Nights. And I think I've said in some of my previous videos, I'm kind of over Beach Nights. I definitely don't want to smell it on its own. And I do like the scent, but it has to be blended in a way where it's not overpowering the blend. That's just not happening with this. And this is so incredibly strong that, I found it to be overpowering, give me a headache. And so I feel like in the right home, if I was in a more open space, that it would work better for me. But this is just too potent, and I don't get enough of the marshmallow to kind of offset that intenseness of the Beach Night. So I'm going to pass this one on too. I do have some scoopables I got through. So the first one here is Midnight Blue, Citrus Cashmere, Cedar, Midnight Blue Citrus, Cashmere Cedar, and Bergamot Waters. This is one, I'm going to tell you guys what I did with this. You can see how clean this is on the inside. This is because I actually took the lid off of this and sat it in my candle warmer. I don't know if that was the smartest thing to do. The wax didn't melt, or not the wax, the plastic didn't melt. I had no problems with it in the candle warmer. But one thing I will say is that I am over my scoopables, but I will no longer melt them in the candle warmer like I did with this one, because I think these are meant to be used in smaller portions, like they're not meant for you to put a whole hunk of wax in like a candle warmer and let them melt. So the scent really got drowned out. Maybe drowned out isn't the right word. It was just much lighter than I knew it could be, because I have melted this before, and I figured it was because this type of consistency, this scoopable wax, is not meant to be used in a large portion. So I do still enjoy this very much. I have a half loaf in my melting basket right now of this same scent that I am slowly working my way through, but I just like it. It's like a good, like if you're someone who's on the fence about masculine blends or something, I think that this is one that you could melt and probably be happy with. It has a little bit of a sweetness to it too. And the cashmere cedar just kind of adds this kind of like cozy vibe to it. So I really enjoyed this scent very much, and I would repurchase that, just not in the scoopable. I also melted through blackberry, watermelon, boom boom, and salty sea air. I really enjoyed this one. My sister actually gave me this. I will say right off the bat, the thing that came through the strongest in this is really the watermelon. When I actually melted it, I could get a little bit of like the salty sea air, but I honestly didn't get much blackberry or boom boom. It was still a nice scent. I think that her watermelon is a really good scent, and I'd love to try that out in some different blends. Last scoopable I got through is from Scoopable Tart Wax. This is Luke's Diner, Absolute Coffee, Pancakes, Pumpkin Pecan Waffles, and Vanilla Crunch Donuts. I love this scent so much. I know that I said I haven't been into really sweet coffee, and there are a lot of sweet notes in this, but this Absolute Coffee blends with it so like perfectly that I don't know, it's just a really good balance of a really strong coffee with the sweetness. And I don't know, because there are so many sweet notes in this, if she just used less oil or how she was able to do that, but it's a beautiful, beautiful scent. I actually love this one so much that I would melt this all day long. I normally only do coffee scents like in the morning or the first half of the day, but I would melt this all day long. It smells so good. And someone on one of my previous videos said that Scoopable Tart Wax actually does freeze. I haven't tested that theory out, but the next time, I do think I have 2 more scoops from this vendor, so I'm gonna test that out and see if I can get these to freeze in the freezer, because that would be a great thing, because it means I could still buy scoopable wax. I do think so many vendors have different types of scoopable wax and the way that they do their mixes, and so the consistency is so different. But yeah, I do want to try that theory out. Another one that I'm getting rid of is Sunny Days. This is from Rose Girls, and this is a Satsuma blend. I think it's Satsuma, strawberry, and maybe something else. I'm not sure. I hate to say this, but I think that I have outdone it on the Satsuma. I've just not been finding myself enjoying that scent as much as I used to, and I figured rather than like keep melting this when I'm not enjoying it, I would pass it on to like my mom. I know my mom for sure loves Satsuma, so I'm just gonna pass that one on. I feel like doing this and not having more wax coming in is really allowing me to really pay attention to what is smelling good to my nose and what maybe isn't smelling that good, or changes in my scent preferences. So yeah. Next one I have here is a clam. I finished this is banana bread pudding. I told you guys in maybe a couple videos back I was really on a banana bread pudding, not banana bread pudding, but a banana kick. I'd been melting all things banana in my house. And when I was on that kick, I really did love this, but melting it this time around, I know initially I didn't love the scent, like it smelled kind of generic. And I think once my nose got off the banana kick, when I melted this again, it put me right back in the headspace of that. I don't love this. Like, this isn't my favorite banana scent. I don't know that I would repurchase this because I do have a bunch of other banana scents that I like more. I know when I was loving this, I thought I would repurchase it, but now that my nose has gotten back to normal, I think our noses sometimes, maybe it's because we are waxies, they just crave stuff sometimes. And if it's filling the craving, I feel like you like it a lot more than if your nose is just back to normal. And I think that's what happened to me. So I do like the scent. If I had another clam, I would melt it. I would maybe pick up a clam if I just happened to be in Walmart and was buying wax. But it's not something I would seek out again. It was good, though, when I was having that craving. Next up here is one from L3. The tag fell off. This is Leviosa apple cider leaves and spice. I really like this. I have been melting some fall scents. This is literally just like a spicy leaf scent, but it's not too spicy and you do get the apple in it. So almost like like a mulled cider. So I did enjoy this, and even though it's not the time of year for this, I told you guys my older L3 from 2021, these are coming off and it's driving me nuts. So like I'm melting them just to get them out of my stash. But that is a scent I like and would repurchase. I melted through Cider Lane Hufflepuff. I am finding I've been melting a lot of Hufflepuff. I am loving Hufflepuff. I get why it is so popular. So Cider Lane, we all know what that is, like the caramel apple cider scent. And then we have fresh baked cookies, sweet cinnamon sugar, and pumpkin pasties, which is Hufflepuff. I am just finding no matter what I'm melting with this blended in, I am just enjoying it. It is, throwing very well. So Hufflepuff I'm finding is I really, really love that scent and enjoy it. But yeah, this was a good blend. Enjoyed it. Would repurchase it. This is from The Pharmacist's Daughter, and you can see this is really old because this is back when they had pour dates. This is Creamy Apple Lavender, Apples, Oak, Boardwalk, Marshmallow Clouds. I love this scent, guys. This scent is just so stunningly beautiful. I actually took the whole souffle and put it in a candle warmer and melted it for probably about a week and a half. It threw super well. It smelled really strongly. I would totally repurchase this again. It is a beautiful, beautiful blend. I melted through Blueberry Lemonade Fizzy Pop. Again, good scent, but I told you guys how I've been feeling with the Fizzy Pop. Blue Hawaiian Pineapple Fizzy Pop. Don't Cross Streams Hufflepuff, another really good one. I think that Don't Cross Streams is a vanilla. Is it a vanilla bakery? Anyhow, enjoyed that so much. I've been loving the Hufflepuff scent. From Ava's, I melted through Lavender Wishes. Well, it's Traverse City Wax now. It's no longer Ava's, but this is sweet lavender, vanilla, and sugar. Absolutely enjoyed this one. Such a sweet, beautiful lavender scent, and literally through 4 days. Would totally repurchase that. If you're not a big lavender lover because of the herbaliness you can get from it, her sweet lavender is amazing. I melted through a loaf of strawberry pound cake and vanilla cookies. Absolutely enjoyed this one. L3 strawberry pound cake is bomb. I absolutely loved it. I've already been writing down blends I would like to try from L3 when my ban is lifted that have strawberry pound cake in them, because this is really good and it threw really well. And I'm also finding as I'm working my way through wax that's been sitting in my collection that L3 for the most part is doing really well, even though it's 2 years old. I'm I'm trying to pay attention to that because I think it is nice to know what vendors are actually lasting in my stash so that when I buy things, I know what I can let sit and isn't going to go bad. For me, Rose Girls is probably the one after I've worked through most of my L3, I'm probably going to start digging into my Rose Girls that's 2 years old because I think of all the vendors, that's the one that I'm finding that the throw has really lightened over time. But for L3, I feel like everything is either pretty normal throw or stronger. We have Blackberry Fizz, Lemon Sugar Fizzy Pop. Late Night Cookie Therapy. So this is Cookie Therapy with blueberries and sweet cream. Love this. Love her blueberry scent, especially in this. It smelled really good. We have Ice Cold Lemon Lime Fizzy Pop. I melted through a sample from Rose Girls of Orange Danish Donut Holes. This smelled so good. Really enjoyed it. Good bakery blend with just a touch of orange. I would purchase that in a larger quantity. We have Summer Scoops Cotton Candy Fizzy Pop. I did really like this one. It was kind of sweet, so I didn't really notice the fizzy pop kind of going flat. Don't Cross Streams Hufflepuff. I think we just talked about that. I love that. Loving Hufflepuff. Another Late Night Cookie Therapy Hufflepuff. I think I bought 2 Hufflepuff samplers, and that's why I had a lot of duplicates. So when I melted one, I would just cut up the other one. From Tea Time Tarts, I have a Blender Beans and Palo Santo. I love Tea Time Tarts Palo Santo. This probably could have sat in my collection a little bit longer. The throw was good, probably like a medium throw, but I know Tea Time Tarts can get really strong, so... But yeah, love her Palo Santo on its own or blended. I would totally melt this on its own any day of the week. Her Palo Santo is so good. I have Exotic Coconut, Driftwood Sea, Saltwater Star, and Toasted Mallow. This smelled really good. Exotic Coconut hadn't been a favorite for a little bit just because I felt like it was kind of dry smelling, but it was really good in this blend. This was a nice... I won't say tropical, but kind of aquatic, remind you of the beach type of blend. I enjoyed that very much. I melted through Spooktacular from Lasting Scent Candles. I can't remember what this is. I think maybe it's a sugar cookie blend, but I enjoyed that. Love Lasting Scent Candles. Sugared Apple. This is a dupe for the Sugared Apple from Yankee. Smells just like it. Super strong. If you enjoy that scent, I, advise you to really try this one out. This one is such a good one, and it's not when I feel like I have to melt at Christmas time. It works at Christmas. It's, a good apple scent for Christmas time, but it smells really good, and I loved it. And then I melted through Strawberry Pound Cake Cupcake at Tiffany's. This one was good as well. I found this to be really well balanced. Cupcake at Tiffany's usually takes over everything, and it really is kind of annoying, and I've kind of been getting sick of it. But this one worked really well, I think, again, because L3's Strawberry Pound Cake is so good. Yeah, they worked good together, and I would repurchase this. And that is it, guys, for this empties. I am slowly working through my last Does It Stink basket. I didn't get on here and show you everything I was going to be trying out for that. I will talk about it in that video. But yeah, I'm still slowly working through that. I have also consolidated my collection into like baskets. For me, it's now become, instead of storing by vendor, it's become easier for me to store by year. So I have a huge basket full of 2021, and then I have 2 baskets stored in my closet that have 2022, and then my little like entryway cabinet or whatever, it has a little bit of wax still in there. That's 2022 wax. But yeah, we're slowly working it down. Once I get through all my 2021 wax, I will probably feel like such a relief, but we're slowly getting there. I am really trying to be intentional about melting and really thinking about the things that I'm smelling and if I'm enjoying them or not, or need to go ahead and, pass them on to people, because yeah, these items that I'm giving away are things that I thought, I would still love on I would love on warm, and I didn't. So yes, we're slowly working through it, and I'm happy with the progress I'm making. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you want, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.